we as a society, it's like, okay, so things are bad in your home, and you're with your husband, and I live at the house, and things are rough for Vicky Pezza. So you want to rent out the room. That's okay. Now, do you have a choice of who comes to your home?
Yeah, you can deny it. And actually, people get in trouble. They're saying, like, black people aren't getting accepted as much. Like, I just saw that with Uber the other day. And it makes sense, but like, I've only done the Airbnb where I take over someone's house. They have them where you can just, like you're saying, have like a
See, that's what I wouldn't mind doing that. Just taking over somebody's house for 4 days. That's one thing.
With them not in it.
Yeah. In 85, I had, I got into some trouble and stuff like that. I needed a place to stay. And I had slept on people's couches, and that's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
No matter how much you like me, Vicky, your husband likes me, after 3 nights, it's creepy. It's like, he's living here now. That means in the middle of the night, you come out for a glass of water naked. I'm sleeping on your couch. You got to dress up to pee. It's just so many inconveniences. I'm a good house guest. So if I stay on your couch, I fold the sheets. I get out of there by 9.
Right.
But it was creepy. It was creepy, even though the people loved me and I loved them. There was still one point that nobody feels comfortable.
Yeah.
There really is. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care.
It's so true.
A couple years ago, a friend of mine called me and he's like, I'm going to bind for 3 days. I go, sure. And I tell you what, it pissed me off because I thought she, being a she, would get up in the morning and wash her pussy and get the fuck out of the house. And it's like, no. She was one of those game show chicks.
Show chicks?
Yeah, so me and my wife would leave and we'd come back and it was game shows when we left. Then in the afternoon it was fucking the black chick that doesn't know who the father is to the baby.
Maury,
and then but she was really into like the celebrity thing. And I know her for 40 fucking years, but you don't know somebody that well. Like,
right.
I knew her growing up. And you come back at 4 in the afternoon, there were still blankets on the couch.
Gotcha.
That's kind of fucking weird. So I know the feeling from both ends.
Right.
I always help somebody in need. You know what I'm saying? But the point of the story is it's so weird. I rented a room once in a house where she was a mom, her husband died, and the kids all moved out. So the kids were like, Ma, you don't want to be lonely? Rent out rooms by the month. And I got to tell you something. That was horrible. You weren't allowed in the kitchen. You weren't allowed in the basement. You weren't allowed. Basically, you were allowed to open the front door and walk right up the stairs. And she would be sitting on the couch some nights, and I'd be walking in tuned up to the gills, and she'd be, because she couldn't sleep till all my boys were in. She only rented to men, and she wasn't creepy or nothing. And she would go out, and she had a job in the daytime. Mm-hmm. It was just, I don't know. I just never.
How many of you were there? How many rooms?
3. There was 3. Me. Another Cuban guy upstairs, and downstairs she rented to somebody. She had the sons put like a basement apartment together.
Right.
And you had to sign like it was a month-to-month lease. She didn't want nobody there longer than 3 months. It was kind of weird. I lasted like 3 fucking weeks. Right. I was there one day. Her son came, and he was a coke fiend like me. And we started smoking pot, and he's telling me about his cop spots and my cop spots. And the kid says to me, listen, man, let's just go over to the city. I go, I got to go over there anyway at 5. You're just going to drop me off, right? He goes, yeah, it's cool. We go over there. And on the way there, we go get weed. We get some blow. We get high. And he says to me, you know where I get rid of this bracelet? And I go, whose bracelet is it? And he's like, I had a girlfriend. We broke up. I took the fucking bracelet. I go, what are you looking for it? He goes, I'll take $50. I had like $65. I gave him the $50. I walked down 2 corners, sold it. I got like $400 for the fucking bracelet. Gold was high. 3 days later, the cops come and arrest me. The bracelet was stolen, a robbery.
Oh, my God.
So I got possession of a stolen property, and they took me to jail. They weren't going to, they charged me with something small, but fucking, I had a warrant out in fucking Edgewater, in Fort Lee or something, Cliffside. So
you actually went to a place where, like, they took down your address? I just assumed.
Dog, I thought this place, now listen, I always dealt with people in Harlem where you give them a little wink, and that means melt it. That doesn't mean fucking look at the serial numbers and fucking bring it in, report it. When you sell gold in those days, there was like 4 pieces of paper. 2 of them went to the police department. Some places just gave you 1, you sign, they give you cash, everybody's happy, and you move. I had a guy that I used to give him bulk. I had a guy that I grew up with that turned me on to another guy that whenever I had bulk, no questions
asked. Bulk jewelry. That's a weird term.
I go into your house, three fucking rings, 6 bracelets. Your dad wears watches. I show up, I get fucking $10,000 for fucking a bulk, a little fucking. One time I brought him so much shit, he didn't even have enough cash. He would always tell you, listen, if you come here, it's always 10K. You got to give me 10 minutes to go get it. Like nothing's going to be over 10K unless my partner's here. That's the first time that, like, I had dealt with him a lot, but one time I showed up and he gave me like 10. And he goes, it's a Friday. Would you take a check? I'm like, fucking drop it on me because I'm not leaving here without my money.
Right.
And he never ratted me out. Like I had people who just melt the gold. They know what it is. Well, they know what it is.
Right.
This fucking hump in Harlem, and like it was like a shady place to boot. That's what really fucking killed me.
Yeah, I didn't imagine you went to Kay's Jewelers or something. Like it seemed like if you were gonna go sell jewelry. Now, is that what all those cash for gold places are, but just dressed up now? Is that like? Do you think that's where like junkie?
Yeah, you come in. All right, it's a pawn, Lee. You come in. I look at it. I weigh it. Gold is high right now. Correct? It's $1,000 an ounce. Oh. Is it, Lee? Can you look up?
Yeah,
I don't know what the price is of gold right now. But when I was thieving and doing my thing in the '80s, it was $900. Wasn't bad. You can make a little living fucking thieving and bringing back shit. You know.
Oh my God.
You catch a good. You know, the thing was with gold that you get confused is how they rob you. What's the price of gold?
From gram an ounce or an ounce?
Ounce.
$1,200.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're making paper now. You rob somebody.
Holy shit.
But see, like if you rob your wedding band, that's douchey to you because the diamond goes to waste. They never really pay you for diamonds. They give you like an exactamento on a diamond. Even though your husband paid $35,000 for the diamond, if it's not perfect, they start. And when you go to sell a diamond, there's always flaws. When you go to buy it, it's fucking the best thing they've ever seen.
Yeah.
This is one of the best. Listen, 3 black dudes died off a cliff getting this for you. You know, and they held it in their hand until it didn't even hit the dirt. And fucking
hands were chopped off
to
make
chopped
this.
Off and the whole fucking thing. But when you go to sell it, all of a sudden they start finding all these flaws. There's a little flaw on the left side of the diamond. So even if they can get 1,000 for the diamond and they know it, they'll give you 100, and they'll talk you down to 100. Unless you want to wait 3, they'll say it'll take 3 hours to mount the diamond off, and then they'll break it.
Right.
It breaks. That's why you never want to unmount the fucking diamond because it breaks. There's so many little things with jewelry. So what you're looking for are big rings, even college rings. Like we used to go in a house, 4 fucking college rings. You got fucking $3,000. You know what I'm saying? We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.